Imagine being born into a world where your chances of surviving past the age of 12 were slim to none, where every day was a battle against nature, predators, and even your own fragile body. This was the harsh reality for Homo habilis, one of our earliest human ancestors, who lived roughly 2 million years ago. Their lives were so brutally short that they may have had the shortest average lifespan of any species in the human lineage. In this video, we'll uncover the shocking truth about their existence and explore what made their survival so unimaginably difficult. Homo habilis, often called handyman due to their use of basic stone tools, were among the first members of the human genus. They lived in East and South Africa during a time of immense environmental challenges and fierce competition. At under 4 feet tall and 60% of modern human weight, their small size made them easy prey and vulnerable to dangers. Despite their groundbreaking use of tools, life for Homo habilis was overwhelmingly brutal. Studies suggest that their average lifespan was just around 12 years, and this number may have been even lower due to high infant mortality rates. For context, that's 6 times less than today's global average lifespan of 73 years. Unlike us, Homo habilis lacked many of the physical and cognitive advantages that would later define human evolution. Their skeletal structure was light and fragile, offering little protection against injuries or attacks. They spent a significant amount of time climbing trees to avoid predators, but even this strategy was fraught with danger. Falls were a common cause of injury and death, as their bodies were not as well adapted for climbing as other primates like chimpanzees. Life was a delicate balancing act. Every misstep could be fatal. But what truly sealed their fate wasn't just their physical vulnerabilities. Their way of life brought them into constant conflict with the harsh realities of their environment. From their precarious diet to the relentless predators that roam the same lands, Homo habilis faced challenges that make survival itself seem like an impossible feat. In the next section, we'll delve deeper into their diet and how their food choices led to even greater dangers. For Homo habilis, survival was an unrelenting struggle, and nowhere was this more apparent than in their diet. Their diet consisted of a mix of fruits, vegetables, and meat, but the way they obtained that meat often put them in grave danger. Instead of hunting large game, they scavenged carcasses left behind by larger predators. This might sound like an easy way to find food, but in reality, it was anything but. Scavenging meant venturing out into open spaces, often near water, where predators were likely to be lurking. Scavenging was a risky endeavor for several reasons. First, Homo habilis was ill-equipped to fend off other scavengers. They could only defend carcasses against smaller predators like jackals or cheetahs. However, the African landscape was teeming with far more dangerous competitors. Large cats, hyenas, and even crocodiles were always nearby, ready to claim the spoils. For Homo habilis, the mere act of approaching a carcass often meant risking their lives, as predators didn't just view them as competitors, they viewed them as prey. The scavenged meat itself presented additional challenges. Tough, sinewy flesh and bones wore down their teeth at an alarming rate. Studies of fossilized remains reveal that nearly 60% of Homo habilis individuals had severe dental problems, including cracked enamel and worn teeth. Even juveniles showed signs of significant dental wear, indicating that their diet caused long-term damage from a young age. One individual estimated to be just 17 years old, a dental damage comparable to that of a modern elderly human with poor dental hygiene. This meant that as they aged, they struggled to eat the very food they depended on for survival. One of the most dangerous aspects of their diet was their fondness for fish. This seemingly smart choice brought them dangerously close to water sources, where some of the most fearsome predators awaited. Giant crocodiles like Crocodilus anthropophagus, whose name literally means human eater, posed a constant threat. Fossil evidence shows that these massive crocs, measuring up to 25 feet long, regularly preyed on Homo habilis. Whether through sudden ambushes or violent Death rolls, giant crocodiles ensured that water sources were among the most dangerous places for these early humans. With a diet that forced them into constant peril and a landscape teeming with dangers, Homo habilis truly lived on the edge of survival. But if scavenging was risky enough, the predators that roamed their world ensured that safety was a luxury they would never know. In the next section, we'll explore the terrifying predators that turned the African savanna into a nightmare for these early humans. For Homo habilis, the African savanna wasn't just a place to forage for food, it was a battlefield where survival hung by a thread. Their small size, simple tools, and weak defenses made them easy prey for predators like Megantherium, a giant saber-toothed cat. With its massive limbs, razor-sharp claws, and serrated teeth, it could dispatch a Homo habilis in seconds. Fossil evidence shows some Homo habilis may have been suffocated by predators like Megantherium, which could engulf their heads with its jaws. The African landscape was a gauntlet of threats, with predators lurking in every shadow. While large cats were a constant danger, hyenas posed a different but equally lethal threat. Pachycrocus brevirostris, a giant hyena, weighed like a lioness and had a bite strong enough to crush tough bones. These hyenas didn't just scavenge, they actively hunted, often in packs, making them especially dangerous to Homo habilis, who rarely traveled alone. Their powerful jaws allowed them to access bone marrow with ease, often arriving at carcasses that Homo habilis relied on for survival. As if the dangers on land weren't enough, the waters held their own horrors. Giant crocodiles like Crocodylus anthropophagus were apex predators that specialized in ambushing prey at watering holes. Fossil evidence shows that these crocodiles, which could reach up to 25 feet in length, regularly preyed on Homo habilis. Giant crocodiles made water sources deadly for early humans with ambushes and violent attacks. The African landscape was an unforgiving place for Homo habilis, with predators both on land and in water. Every day was a fight for survival. Their small size and limited defenses made them easy targets, and the sheer diversity of predators ensured that safety was never guaranteed. Yet, despite the overwhelming odds, they managed to survive for over 600,000 years, a testament to their resilience and ability to adapt. But if Homo habilis taught us anything, it's that survival in the prehistoric world was a relentless and unforgiving challenge. In the next section, we'll uncover the remarkable adaptations and strategies that allowed Homo habilis to endure in such a hostile world. Despite the overwhelming odds stacked against them, Homo habilis had one crucial advantage: their ability to craft and use tools. Aldoan tools were groundbreaking. Sharp stones cut meat, cracked bones for marrow, and worked on plants. The ability to access bone marrow was a game changer. Rich in calories and nutrients, marrow became a vital resource during times of scarcity. By developing tools, Homo habilis could make use of resources that were otherwise inaccessible to many predators, giving them a slight edge in the struggle for survival. Another key to their survival was their social life. Fossils show Homo habilis lived in small groups, maybe up to 85 people. Living in groups gave safety. More members meant more eyes to see danger and more hands to fight off threats. Social cooperation also facilitated resource sharing. When one member of the group found food, it could be distributed, reducing the risk of starvation for individuals. Group living likely allowed knowledge to be passed down from one generation to the next, such as the best techniques for using tools or identifying safe food sources. However, communal living also brought challenges such as competition for limited resources, and the constant threat of conflict with rival groups or other Homo species. There is some evidence to suggest that Homo habilis may have built rudimentary shelters to protect themselves from the harsh African climate. A 7 million year old windbreak found at an archaeological site hints at their ability to manipulate their environment for protection. Homo habilis often moved to find food and water. During droughts or cold times, they migrated to better areas. The Pleistocene era had extreme climate changes. With colder weather and dryness, Homo habilis had to adapt or starve. In the end, their survival may have relied on numbers. Bigger groups gave more safety and made it tough for predators to pick off one. Group living also enabled the transmission of knowledge, skills, techniques, and survival strategies that helped future generations adapt. Paleontologists estimate that group sizes may have reached up to 85 members, providing strength in numbers during a time when every advantage counted. Even though mortality rates were high, their ability to work together and rely on each other was crucial to their prolonged survival as a species. While Homo habilis' survival strategies were remarkable, their story is as much about resilience as it is about struggle. In the next section, we'll reflect on the incredible legacy of Homo habilis and what their story teaches us about humanity's earliest steps in the journey of evolution. Homo habilis may have lived one of the harshest lives of any human species, but their existence marked a pivotal moment in our evolutionary journey. They were among the first to experiment with tools, use a defining characteristic of what it means to be human. Their presence on the evolutionary tree represents a critical stepping stone, bridging the gap between earlier primates and later, more advanced human species. Despite their limited lifespan and constant struggles, their story is one of resilience and adaptability. The challenges faced by Homo habilis remind us of how far we've come as a species. From average lifespans of less than 12 years to over 73 today, humanity's progress is nothing short of extraordinary. Their story shows us that every step of human evolution was hard-fought, with each innovation paving the way for the next. Understanding their experiences helps us appreciate the foundations of human survival and the innovations that define us today. While their lives were tragically short and full of hardship, Homo habilis deserves recognition for their place in the human story. They were survivors in a world where survival seemed impossible, laying the groundwork for future human advancements. In their tools, their social structures, and their endurance, we see the seeds of the resilience that would come to define humanity. The story of Homo habilis is more than just a tale of struggle. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Their journey, though fraught with danger, reminds us of the incredible capacity for adaptation and perseverance that defines our species. If you found this glimpse into our ancient past fascinating, don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel. What do you think was the most surprising or inspiring part of Homo habilis' story? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching and keep exploring the incredible story of us.